Dobry wieczór. Tutaj William. Witajcie na cotygodniowym podsumowaniu Polski wiadomości ze mną, William Murphy. Witam was bardzo serdecznie. The main Polish news stories this week have included President Andrzej Duda formally launches his re-election campaign at a rally in Warszawa. Official statistics show that economic growth tailed off slightly in Q4 of 2019. Prime Minister Morawiecki said he hopes to visit Smolensk for April's 10th anniversary of the 2010 tragedy. And Polish film director Jerzy Gruza has died at the age of 87. The campaign for May's presidential election is now well underway. Incumbent head of state Andrzej Duda formally launched his re-election campaign on Saturday at a Prawo i Sprawiedliwość convention in Warszawa. Party chairman Jarosław Kaczynski confirmed the party's unanimous decision to support Duda, who was first elected as the Prawo i Sprawiedliwość candidate in 2015. Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki told over 2,000 assembled party members that Duda knows that we've ambitious goals and that we have to overcome many obstacles. But he has the courage, strength and determination to do it. The first round of the election takes place on Sunday, May 10th, with the top two contenders going through to a second round 2 weeks later, assuming no one wins over 50% of the vote. Opinion polls have consistently shown Duda leading the field in the first round, and with a clear edge in the second over his likely closest challenger, Małgorzata Kidawa-Błońska of the main opposition party Platforma Obywatelska. An initial estimate by the Central Statistics Office, released last Friday, showed the Polish economy grew by 3.1% in the last quarter of 2019, down from the 3.9% in the third quarter. Finance Minister Tadeusz Kaczynski said that the economy had grown by 4% for 2019 as a whole, adding that this is still one of the best results among EU states. Last Thursday, the EU Commission maintained its guidance that the Polish economy will grow by 3.3% both this year and next. On Friday, the Sejm formally adopted the 2020 budget, which forecasts revenue and expenditure will be in balance for the first time since the introduction of the market economy. It next goes to the Senate. The budget is based on a 3.7% growth forecast, with inflation expected to be 2.5%. It was passed on a 231 to 217 vote with one abstention. Development Minister Jadwiga Emilewicz acknowledged last week that Poland faces a slight economic slowdown this year. The sugar tax has reached Poland. Last Friday, the Sejm voted 254 to 169, with 16 abstentions, to introduce a new tax on beverages with added sugar, as well as additional taxes on alcohol, sweetened drinks, and for advertising dietary supplements. The revenue from the measures will be used to fund educational campaigns to combat obesity. Health Minister Łukasz Szumowski said that Poles consume 100 litres of sweetened drinks per person per year, adding that sometimes analysis shows that in the case of children, carbonated sweetened drinks may make up 40 to 60% of their total calorie needs per day. The new measures will come into effect from April 1st. On Tuesday, a government spokesman said that there had been no response yet from Russia to last Thursday's statement by Prime Minister Morawiecki that he wants to visit Smolensk in April to mark the 10th anniversary of the 2010 air crash. Morawiecki said that he also wants to visit the nearby Kachin forest to honour the memory of the victims of the notorious 1940 massacre of Polish officers and others by Soviet forces. Asked who from Poland would fly to Smolensk, the spokesman, Piotr Müller, said that the first decisions belonged to the President and then to the Prime Minister. The then Polish President, Lech Kaczynski, as well as 95 others, died in the Smolensk tragedy, which remains a source of controversy both in Poland itself and in the country's relations with Russia. In an article for Tuesday's edition of the leading German daily Die Welt, ahead of today's European Union summit on the next 7-year budget, or, as it's officially termed, the multi-annual financial framework, Prime Minister Morawiecki said that the bloc needs a good budget in order to be a global player. Poland, along with other member states who are net beneficiaries of EU transfers, is keen to ensure agriculture and cohesion funding isn't reduced post-Brexit. Morawiecki wrote that the European Union is at a turning point in history. Brexit, as well as the negotiations on the multi-annual financial framework, are an opportunity not to veer onto the sidelines of history, but to build a union that will not only take part in the race for a better and fairer future, but will also have a chance to win this race. On Saturday, US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo told the Munich Security Conference that his country will allocate $1 billion to support energy infrastructure projects by the Three Seas Initiative group of countries, which includes Poland. The move is aimed at helping to decrease Europe's energy dependence on Russia. Pompeo also said that the US wants to boost private investment in the energy sector. The famous Polish film director Jerzy Gruzha died in Warszawa on Sunday at the age of 87. Gruzha, a graduate of the National Higher School of Film, Television and Theatre in Łódź, was best known as the director of popular television series including 30-latek, a 40-year-old, and Wojna domowa, the Home War, depicting everyday life under the communist regime. He also directed TV theatre plays for state television TVP. Ta wszystko na Częczyźnie. Zapraszam na kolejne podsumowanie z tydzień o tym samym prozie. Dobranoc.